Return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again. Return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are, born and reborn again. Ramadasa, sa say so. Ramadasa, sa say so. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are. Return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are, born and reborn again. Ramadasa, sa say so. Ramadasa, sa say return to the land of your soul. Whatever it takes, I keep the faith. Whatever's at stake, I'll reach for grace. Whatever the journey, every road leads back to you.
The highest mountain, the deepest sea, the widest river, the tallest tree, my darkest hour. It's your love that sees me through. Ooh, whatever the question, the answer's always love, more love. Whatever the question may be, the answer's always love. Yeah, yeah. Whatever my passion, I'm gonna keep it burning. Whatever my dreams, I'll follow their yearning. Whatever my vision, well, I'll use love to see me through. Oh, whatever the question, the answer's always love, more love. Whatever the question may be, the answer's always love. Love can build a bridge across the waters
Between my sisters and my brothers,
keep them moving in the right direction.
till they find their soul's connection.
Faith combined us all together.
Give us strength enough to weather
And this storm or stress or strife,
every challenge in this life.
Whatever the question, the answer's always love, more love. Whatever the question may be, the answer's always love. Ooh, whatever the question, the answer's always love, more love. Whatever the question may be, the answer's always love. Ooh, whatever the question may be, the answer's always love.
El río fluye
de agua divina, desde la montaña sagrada al mar, madre tocando y bendiciendo toda vida en su camino. La madre tierra hermosa, la madre tierra generosa, la madre tierra milagrosa. La nación de las piedras, que son más antiguos, son ancestros. Si escuchas, ellos te dirán, son guardianes de la sabiduría antigua. La madre tierra hermosa, la madre tierra generosa, la madre tierra milagrosa. Nuestra madre y todas las benditas frutas que ella nos da. Y con tu vida puedes dar las bendiciones de vuelta. Nuestra madre y todas las benditas frutas que ella nos da. Y con tu vida puedes dar las bendiciones de vuelta. Los árboles, seres que viven de la tierra al sol, limpiando el aire que respiramos. Las plantas, nuestros maestros benditos, que nos dan medicamentos para curarnos. La madre tierra hermosa, la madre tierra generosa, la madre tierra milagrosa. La madre tierra hermosa, la madre tierra generosa, la madre tierra milagrosa. Nuestra madre y todos los regalos que ella nos da. Y con tu vida puedes dar las bendiciones de vuelta. Nuestra madre y todos los regalos que ella nos da. Con tu vida lo que puedes dar para cuidarte. Nuestra madre y todos los regalos que ella nos da. Con tu vida lo que puedes dar para sanar.
When it's too hard to believe in and you feel so alone, nothing's right, nothing's clear.
Thank you, Rebecca. For those of you who are not familiar with our musician today, Rebecca Abraxas, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. And welcome, good morning. We welcome you to Unity Columbine Spiritual Center, where, centered in God, we celebrate a world of harmony, peace, and abundance for all. And let's stand for our first joy song.
I am bound for glory. I am bound to be free. Let's do it together now. Won't you sing with me? Let's sing it together. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my arms are open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. Yes, I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. Sing it out now. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my arms are open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. Yes, I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. One more time now. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my arms are open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. Yes, I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I lied, we're gonna do it one more time. Let's sing it out, let's blow off the roof here. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my arms are open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. Yes, I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. Yes, I'm only here for love. One more time. Yes, I'm only here for love.
Good morning. Hi, Rebecca. We're so glad you're here. And I think I have Luke today. Luke, you want to come up? I only have one person here today. Here he comes. So it's me and Luke. Thanks for coming up. I know I felt a little nervous up here too, but yeah. Oh, good. Here comes Vika. Vika, can you come up here with me? Oh, good. Usually they come a little bit after I'm up here, but anyways. So, good morning, Columbine. I'm Jeannie Oliver. I'm the Youth and Family Minister, and today we have such a treat. We have Colleen coming down to do storytelling for us. And it's a very special week because it's the 4th of July. That's probably why there's just a couple of us here. But anyway, so I think you can bless us out, and I think Colleen is waiting downstairs for us. So, are you ready?
We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. We see the Christ you are.
One thing kids always remind us of is our possibility for joy. This song is called Open to the Joy. If you would, it's a beck and call. Just repeat after me. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy that lives in my heart. That lives in my heart. All right, you got it? Good. The stories in my mind that I tell begin to cast a spell, makes a web that can hold my life tight, keeps me from what's bright. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy that lives in my heart. That lives in my heart. Change my story, change my mind, change it all that I've defined. Make a choice, make it real, look at life's ever-changing deal. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy that lives in my heart. That lives in my heart, yeah. Dreaming big in my heart, hear the call, hear the call. What's gonna be my part? I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy that lives in my heart. That lives in my heart. One more time. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy. I'm open to the joy that lives in my heart. That lives in my heart.
And now we settle in for prayer and meditation with some music and then a prayer and meditation led by Reverend Sue.
Nothing that stands between us. I am the wave. I am the water. Let my body play in the wave. I am the water. There is nothing that stands between us. I am the wave. I am the water. Let my body play in the wave. is nothing that stands between us. I am the wave, I am the water. Let my body play in the wave. I am the wave, I am the water. There is nothing that stands between us.
So I invite you into a time of prayer with me by gently closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, allowing yourself to be fully present this morning, and holding that thought that there is nothing between us. There is nothing between us. We are one. I love those words, the wake and the water, because it's how we describe our oneness with Spirit. The wave, an individualized expression of the ocean, of the water, which we all are. And in truth, in our true selves, we are able to express that in many ways. We are free to express that. And so, sweet Spirit, this morning we are grateful for the freedom that is ours to express ourselves as this wave. As this wave that may be subtle and small, or maybe crashing and big, and anything in between. We allow ourselves this freedom to express who we came here to be the person that we came here to be. Grateful for this opportunity to know that, however long we can know that, knowing that we are not restricted only by our thoughts. And so, Spirit, we hold that there is nothing between us and Spirit, nothing between us and the person sitting next to us, nothing between us, because we are one mind, one body, one spirit. And so we thank you, Spirit, for however long we can hold that thought, however long we can stay in that awareness of our true self. We hold it for ourselves, we hold it for others, we hold it for everyone on our prayer list, we hold it for every prayer request we have in our prayer box. There is nothing between us. Nothing. We are one. And so I invite you now to hold that thought of oneness, that thought of nothing between us as we sit together in meditation. When we're finished, Rebecca will gently lead us out, but for now, let's rest together in the stillness.
lost with nowhere to be. In my heart, wondering how to set the world free. Seen paint out my window and on my screen. I'm in a fishbowl watching it all and wishing my heart was 10 feet tall. Can love really make it all okay? It's the inside that makes the outside. It's the inside that makes the outside. I wanna be the change I wanna see. I wanna be the change I want to see. I know it's all up to me. It all comes down to me. It all comes down to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Am I a victim to all the insanity? Am I just a martyr to my news feed? I'm paralyzed by what comes over me. Now I could laugh and I could scream. The dark is always there, but so is the light. My point of view guides me through the night. It's the inside that makes the outside. It's the inside that makes the outside. I wanna be the change I wanna see. I wanna be the change I want to see. I know it's all up to me. It all comes down to me. It all comes down, it all comes down. Yeah, 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 yeah. There is a light happening here. It will take away the fear. Each one of us can expand the light. It's up to us to shine it bright. Ooh, ooh. It's the inside that makes the outside. It's the inside that makes the outside. I wanna be the change I wanna see. I wanna be the change I want to see. I know it's all up to me. It all comes down to me. It all comes down to me. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Thanks, Rebecca. So glad to have you here. She's going to be helping me with the women's retreat this year, so if you haven't signed up yet, sign up. Don't wait till the last minute, because then it stresses me out, and I don't know how many people are coming and how much lunch to order. If you feel called to come, please do sign up. Oh, there was a pope that died, and he was at the pearly gates, and he met St. Peter. And St. Peter said, "Oh, Pope, you were such a good Pope. I want to make your time here with us as pleasurable as I can for you. What would you like?" And he said, I've always wanted to read something about the original sayings of Jesus. What did he really say? And St. Peter said, "Well, you're in luck. We have the best library here, and it has all the original works of all the great masters. You can just go in there and read all you want." So the Pope goes into the library, and outside the library you're hearing wailing and crying and sadness, and he comes out and he's all bereft and he says, "Oh my God, the word isn't celibate, it's celebrate." very close, but not quite. And so we're talking about freedom today. So, it's a little bit of a stretch, maybe, that story with freedom, but freedom. It's 4th of July in 2 days. How many were up last night late because there were so many firecrackers going off outside already? Yeah. Ugh. So I came back from the Unity Convention on Friday and got to the airport early, which I never do because I'm usually, from the convention, I'm usually saying goodbyes to so many people and hugging so many people that I'm kind of stressing because I'm running late to get there. And I got there early this time, and my flight was delayed. And delayed. And delayed. And delayed. And delayed. And not canceled, thank God. I got home Friday night, but I was at the airport all day, and Kevin sent me a text, how are you doing with all this? This can sometimes make people feel stressed. And I said, I'm doing fine. I mean, there were people looking at the screen constantly and looking at another delay and getting angry. And, we have the freedom to choose how we want to show up. And I had stuff to do. I had stuff to watch on my iPad. And it was fun. It was fine. But freedom begins in our mind, with our thoughts. It's where it starts. We always have the freedom to decide how we're going to show up. It says in the book of Revelation, I have set before you an open door which no one is able to shut. There was a screen for that. There you go. Because everything originates in our mind. Everything originates in our mind with our thoughts. No one can shut the door to our freedom. We're the only ones who can shut that door. We're the only ones that can decide if that door is shut or open. We're in charge. We're in the power seat when it comes to freedom, because freedom starts with our thoughts. It starts in how we decide to show up. We may lose our jobs, but we never lose the ability to create. We may get fired, but we don't get fired from the universe. We may lose our homes, but we don't ever lose our home in spirit. We are always free with our thoughts if we choose to be free with our thoughts. We are always in the flow, but we have to stay conscious of it, stay aware of it. We have to live out loud, which is our theme this year. Live out loud requires us to stay aware of what freedom we have with our thoughts. We get to choose how we're going to think. No one has the power to shut us off from the real source of our flow, spirit. Nobody can shut us off from that. But we don't often think that way. We often think we're victims of circumstance, that things happen to us and woe is me, and then we're not free to do what we want because of what she did or he did or they did or what's going on in the country or society or the planet or whatever. But that's conditioned thinking. We always have the ability to change our mind, to change our thoughts. We don't need to stay conditioned. Think about an elephant, full-grown elephant that stays put with one rope around one leg. Now, the elephant can certainly get out of that. But as a young baby elephant, a rope is put around their legs to train them, to condition them, to make them stay put, and they never outgrow that. They could very easily get out of that rope. But they're conditioned to stay where they are. They don't even try to break free. We have the ability to break free from the chains that bind us. But we often don't think we do. But we do. Allow yourself the freedom to be the you came here to be. Allow yourself that freedom, that potential is within each of us. Eric Butterworth says on the highway to freedom, that's how it's titled, when Jesus says, follow me, He means to get yourself on a spiritual wavelength and follow him in the experience of overcoming and freedom. Because you see, only in consciousness can we ever be in bondage. Only in consciousness can we ever really be in lack, ever really be in deep trouble. It follows that only by changing consciousness can one find true freedom. We can find that true freedom by changing our consciousness. As we celebrate the 4th of July this week, I'm so grateful to live in a country where we have freedoms, where we've been able to evolve and experience freedoms that some other countries can't. Many other countries can't. We have the freedom from and the freedom to be. The Declaration of Independence is our freedom from Great Britain, our freedom from tyranny, our freedom from oppression, and the freedom to live a life of happiness, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. We have that freedom from and freedom to in this country. And even though the consciousness of the writers of that Declaration of Independence did not include women, people of color, indigenous people, the idea was still there. The idea was there, and we have the ability to evolve from the consciousness of the writers of that. And in the last 250 years, hopefully we have somewhat evolved from that. We have probably a long way to go yet. But we've had a lot of change since this was written. Hundreds of times it says in the Bible, it came to pass. It means something happened and it didn't stay. It doesn't say in the Bible, it came to stay. It came to pass. It's always a movement. And so we allow ourselves to evolve. We allow ourselves to not stay in one place, not be chained to our conditioned thinking and our patterned reactivity. At the Unity Convention this week, there was a lot more, as it has been the last 2 years, on diversity, inclusion, and equity. It's not a one and done. We had a workshop here, 4-part workshop. It's not a one workshop, 4 parts, and we're done. Oh, we're all fine now. No, it's a constant practice and learning and going within and seeing where our biases are and practicing to come out of those. It's a continual learning process, and our strategy team will be thinking and creating ways to continue this work that we started. Just as the Unity as a whole, the Unity movement is working on this too. The real work is when we leave convention or when we leave the sanctuary, and how do we show up to ensure that we're all free, equally free. Martha Smock says this, and listen, beloved, the freedom to be all that God created you to be is yours, not someday, but now. Do not put off your freedom by thinking that you can be free only if some conditions change or some person changes, or by thinking that you cannot be free till the children are grown or the bills are paid. Anybody there? We're all there from time to time. Allow yourself the freedom to be you. Freedom is in finding your true self, the self you came here to be, and not running from the false self or the foes that we perceive in our minds. We all have foes that we perceive, and sometimes it's us. Sometimes we're our own worst foe. All week long at the convention, and this happens every year that I go, I was plagued with a feeling. I'm around wonderfully inspiring ministers and teachers, and I get plagued with I'm not enough. I'm not enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not making enough difference. I'm not inspiring enough. I'm not enough. How can I keep helping? How can I keep doing? How can I keep being all I came here to be? Look at all these amazing people. Do I really fit in here? Do I really belong? This is conditioned thinking, right? And am I alone in this? Anyone ever feel that way? Yeah, we all feel this way from time to time. These are the chains that bind me, something that I'm constantly needing to work on and remind myself of, that I am enough, that I am plenty. And we can still strive to be more of ourselves, more of that potential, more of our God-given potential that we all came into this lifetime to be. Wishing we were more. I just finished my 2-year spiritual direction program, and I was recognized at the convention for graduating. And all the while, I'm thinking, now what? Now what? Now what? I'm done with that, now what? I got another credential, now what? And there are several credential programs that you can get involved in, and all of you are invited to try one if something calls to you. And so I found myself looking around at the convention, at the different tables, the different booths. What can I do now? What credential can I get now? I can't not do anything. Like, hello, Sue, you've got a job, right? But I found myself looking at this and then talking about a class that I wanted to take that starts in July with Richard Rohr on the interior castle. And as I was sharing this with another minister who's a lot like me in this regard, we both realized we are enough. We are plenty. We don't need to keep getting another credential to be who we came here to be. We don't need another certificate that says we've arrived. And yes, I'm a perpetual student and I love learning, and so it's not about not learning and continuing to grow, but looking for that validation outside myself I don't need. That none of us really need when we validate ourselves, have the freedom to be who we came here to be. Be who you came here to be. Does not require somebody to say, yep, I approve. We don't need that. When I graduated, my son, I didn't know Kevin had told my kids to join us it was a virtual graduation because the whole program was virtual. And my son was on there and he texted me right after. He said, he knows me so well. He said, so Mom, you graduated, congratulations, now what? I said, I don't know. I think I want to take Spanish. Like, do something that has nothing to do with spirituality, or maybe it does, and it probably does in some way that I haven't even thought of. But I stopped myself at the convention from enrolling in yet another program, and I felt liberated. I felt free, that I'm enough without that. As each of you are enough. Enough, we matter. There was an old gardener visiting a monk, seeking his advice. And the monk said, or he says to the monk, how can I find liberation? And the monk replied, who tied you up? And the old gardener answered, nobody tied me up. To which the great monk said, well, then you're already liberated. There's nobody tying you up, nobody holding you back except those thoughts that you keep in your own head that says, I'm not enough, I can't do it. One of the workshops that we had was by Mark Hicks, who is the founder of TruthUnity.net, which is a great resource for all unity teachings and different lectures throughout the years. And he talked about Emily Cady, who wrote Lessons in Truth. Unity, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, co-founders of Unity, asked Emily Cady to write a textbook for Unity teachings. And after many times asking her, she finally did. She had been writing articles for Unity magazine. And so she wrote Lessons in Truth, and I didn't know this. He said the original work of it had this chapter last. It was called Bondage or Liberty, which? And they decided to put it in front because we have to decide right up front, before you take the lessons, before you get the learning, before you come into awareness of all these great practical teachings that Unity has, do you want to be free? Or do you want to be in bondage to your conditioned thinking, your patterns, your reactivity, the hamster wheel that never stops? You have to first decide that and make a decision. I want liberty. Before then you're more open to the teachings. So it was brilliant to put that chapter first. In it, she says, Emily Cady says, do not be under bondage to false beliefs about your circumstances or environment. God is in everything that happens to you. There are no second causes. No matter how evil circumstances appear or how much it may seem that some other personality is at the foundation of your sorrow or trouble, God, good alone is real there. God, good is real there. It's real there. There was another workshop at the convention where the presenter is a Unity minister named Myra, and she said, we teach that God is omnipresence, meaning that God, spirit, divine intelligence, whatever you want to call it, don't let yourself get triggered by the word God, is everywhere present all at once in totality. And so when we're going through something that's yucky, and she said that was her word, yucky, when we're really going something really yucky, that God, spirit, is there. Right there. So is it really yucky? Maybe something we're not enjoying at the moment. But if God is there, there must be some good in that. We have the freedom to choose to see it that way or not. We have the freedom to say, nope, it's yucky, that's it. God's not here. God wouldn't be here if it was yucky. Or we can say, yes, there's a lesson here. There's a blessing in this for me. There's something here for me to learn. There's some good in here for me. Just like Joseph, whose brothers sold him into slavery back in the Hebrew scriptures. And he said, they may have intended it for evil, but God intended it for good. Because he became the prime minister of Egypt. He saved his brothers from starvation. We have that freedom. We have that freedom to look at everything, good, bad, or ugly, as a blessing. I read an article, and it was so many squirrels later that I don't remember where it came from, but that there are 3 types of freedom. There's the freedom from, so we want to have freedom from something, some constraint, some maybe pattern of belief that we're holding. There's the freedom to do, to have, to go, to be able to go where we want to go, do what we want to do, have what we want to have. And then there's the freedom to be all we came here to be. Jean-Jacques Rousseau was an 18th century philosopher, and he says that man is born free and everywhere he's in chains. Woman is born free, and everywhere she is in chains. Those chains that restrict us and tell us we can't do this, we can't do that. Those chains that tell us what we believe about ourselves. I'm not enough. In this group of wonderful ministers, I'm not enough. My chain is something that we can break out of if we choose. We get a lot of joy out of that, as Rebecca sung about. There's a lot of joy in that freedom. The second freedom, to have, to do, to go where we want, is mostly about results. It's mostly about getting something, doing something, going somewhere, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. We have the freedom to do that, to have that. But it's results oriented. It's mostly ego wants, and that's okay. And the third freedom, to be all that we came here to be, it involves surrendering to something greater than ourselves. Surrendering to that guidance that's coming to us. Surrender to that still small voice. Surrender to the potential that is longing to come forth from us and be more of who we came here to be. We have that freedom, which is the greatest freedom that we can have. Because we're not questioning the path if we're following it. Because we know, we have an internal, innate knowing. This is the freedom where we're part of the world, but not of it. Emily Cady says in Lessons in Truth, lose sight of all differences, all side issues and lesser things, and seek but for one thing. That is the consciousness of the presence of an indwelling God in you and your life. That indwelling spirit, that indwelling God is the center of us all. The source of us. It's where our true self lies. And the closer we are to the center, the more alive we feel, the more freedom we feel. Free from jealousy, free from our need to be more than, free from having animosity towards our neighbors. Think about a wheel and the spokes that come out from the hub, from the center. The closer those spokes are to the center, spirit, if you will, the less distance there is between them. We get farther and farther away from our center, from our source, from the spirit within us, the farther we are away from each other. We want to stay centered. That's why Jesus says in the book of, I think it's the Gospel according to Matthew, seek first the kingdom. Seek first the kingdom. That's the most important lesson we can learn, to seek first that kingdom. See the blessings, see the lessons, see the good. That's our invitation, and that is our freedom when we see that. Free from those chains that keep us in a world of duality, of good, bad, right, wrong. No, one. See the whole and embrace that wholeness, that wheel, that we're all connected to that source, that we're all part of that. And we are all different too. One of the singers at the convention was Summer Osborne. I don't know if any of you know who she is, but amazing. I'm trying to get her to come out here next summer. And she said, unity does not mean uniformity. That we are different and we're unity. We're still unity. We can embrace that. Embrace that and know that each of us is created in the image and likeness of Spirit. Each of us is created with that same sense of love. So what chains bind you? What chains are binding you? And are you willing to be the you came here to be? Are you willing to allow yourself that freedom? I promise you there's a whole lot more joy in that than the alternative. Eric Butterworth says that the greatest freedom is the choice to begin again. So this 4th of July, remember, we have the freedom to choose. So choose again. Namaste. Peace be with you.
I'm in my head, and I don't like it anymore. Lately all I do is keep the score. What would it take to lose my mind? Take a break, fly blind. I'm letting go, flying through the sky with a brand new wings and a heart that sings. I'm going out of my mind, erasing all the lines. There's a whole lot of me that wants to be My thoughts have taken so much of my space. Can't look in the mirror, my unfamiliar face. Too many years have been heavy to me. I could use some room to breathe. What would it take to play again, where the good times they never come to an end? Bliss is me instead of a great escape. My eyes open wide and awake. I'm letting go, flying through the sky with a brand new wings and a heart that sings. I'm going out of my mind, erasing all the lines. There's a whole lot of me that wants to be free. I'm following the white rabbit right down his darn hole, giving up always being in control, where everything old is new again. What else is possible, my friend? I'm letting go, flying through the sky with a brand new wings and a heart that sings. I'm going out of my mind, erasing all the lines. There's a whole lot of me that wants to be free.
Rebecca Abraxas, back again. Thank you. There was such a beautiful synergy between lyrics that you were singing and things that you were saying. The darkness is always there, but so is the light. And then the power seat. We're the power seat of our thoughts. Like that just came together so beautifully. Thank you both. Let's start this part by saying our purpose statement together. We commit to increasing our spiritual awareness, diversifying our community, manifesting our highest potential, and positively impacting the world. And as we all gather here together, and as the music and the message have told us, we are all one, then all of our gifts work together, not just for this community, but also for our greater community, everywhere that we reach. A few of us went to the Pride Fest on Friday to support, to volunteer. People earlier went to Juneteenth events to support, and we do Feet Forward and Colorado Feeding Kids, and I know I'm leaving out more than it would take me an hour to say all the things that we do here. That's all possible because we come together and we share all of our gifts. And this is the time in our service when we invite you to share financially. So let's begin with saying our offering blessing. God's love has always met and will always meet all my needs. I give freely, I receive abundantly, and I am grateful. And we do thank you so much. And we are missing our slide to say hello to the online viewers, but let's do it anyway. Hello, everyone out there. Thank you for joining us. We're glad that your energy is with us. And on Saturday, you can bring your muscle energy. We're going to do mulching and munching. We're just going to beautify our grounds. We've had all this lovely rain, and the weeds have loved that. So we're going to get rid of some of the weeds and spread some mulch to prevent them coming back quite so quickly. So if you can help with that, please come out. This is a wonderful thing for families to do together. So the children can help to whatever degree they're able. And if you have gardening tools and so on, you can bring those. There is a sign-up sheet link in your weekly email. And then we're going to follow that with a potluck lunch for anyone who can stay so that you can have some more community time. Also, next Sunday will be the last opportunity for your voice and face to be seen and heard in our 30th anniversary Columbine video. So please, you're welcome to answer any or all of these questions, that you would just go into the conference room, and Augustus Piazza will be set up again there, and just speak for a few minutes about what Columbine means to you. And then we will put that together and share that at our 30th anniversary in November. So please, if you can, even if you feel nervous, please go in and do it. Prosperity Plus 3 will be beginning Wednesday, July the 12th. And for those of you who are not familiar with the Prosperity courses, this particular one is 7 weeks. And this is a thought process. It's presented virtually by Mary Mannon Morrissey. And she takes us through a series of learnings and mind openings about our thoughts about abundance and how to shift those. And this is not just about financial abundance, as I'm sure all of you are aware. Abundance in any aspect of your life. So we'll be giving you a little bit more information next week in the service. But again, the registration link is available in your weekly email. And then Reverend Sue referenced Becoming the Voice of God, the women's retreat, and we're so excited to have Rebecca join us for part of that. And this is a time for the women of Columbine to come together and stretch and grow, and we're going to do some literal stretching, so be prepared for that. That's part of it. And just to really gather together and create another layer of community here. Who are our prayer chaplains today? Brooke and Lena, thank you so much. So if you have a prayer request or something's kind of heavy weighing on you, please check with one of them. And if you would like to celebrate, not celibate, if you would like to celebrate something, prayer chaplains are also here for that as well. That's another way that we pray. So thank you all, and let's end with our peace song.
there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as a reader, family harmony. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my song of song. To take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my arms are open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. Yes, I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my arms are open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. Yes, I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. I am bound for glory. I am bound to be free. Let's do it together now. Won't you sing with me? I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my arms are open wide. Yes, I'm only here for love. No more struggles, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. Yes, I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for love. Yes, I'm only here for love.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.